Hi everyone, this is Norris Tony coming back to you all with another video. I'm going to read from my prayer book, of course, Walk in Faith book, Walk in Faith. I'm going to read from there. I'm going to read the Bible verse and I'm going to read a prayer. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. He brought me up also out of an horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock, and established my goings. And he hath put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our God. Many shall see it and fear, and shall trust in the Lord. This is from the book of Psalm, chapter 40, verses 1 through 3. Here's the prayer. I can't count the days since I last prayed, much less consider God's ideas about what I'm doing. I've been too busy until I realized I was losing my cool with regularity and acting entirely too big for my shoes. Okay, I'm going to read an article from the Shade Room. I'm just going to get right to the article. Y'all can follow along as I read. This is Oklahoma City man accused of knowingly spreading HIV. According to authorities, an Oklahoma City man is accused of knowingly spreading HIV, OKC Fox reports. Ernest LaCour is being held at the Oklahoma County Jail and is charged with 3 felony counts of spreading an infectious disease. Authorities state that a woman first took to social media and claimed the accused of knowingly spreading the disease. As a result, more women came forward with the same claim. Police say they obtained LaCour's, however you say his last name, records that revealed he was diagnosed with HIV in 2019. One woman who was diagnosed with HIV went to visit a doctor with LaCour. According to the court documents, one of the women who tested positive for HIV went to see a doctor with LaCour. The woman told police she knew LaCour already knew he was HIV positive when she found out he was given HIV medications that day without having his blood tested. The 30-year-old is being held on a $500,000 bond. Okay, that's the end of that article. That was a quick article. Yeah, I hope don't nobody bond him out of jail. You know, if this is true and he's spreading this HIV to several women, then what is his name? I know his last name is LaCour. However you say it. Ernest. Ernest to me needs to be under the jail. If he is willing, if this is actually true and proven to be true, that he's spreading STDs to these women, he deserved what he gets. He deserved to be up under the jail because to me, he seems like a man that's angry and that's bitter and that's miserable because why if you have this disease, why do you feel like how do you sleep at night knowing that you're giving it to other people, especially women? You ruining their lives, you messing up their lives, by giving them this disease. Like, how do you feel good about yourself? How do you sleep at night knowing that you're doing this to these women? To me, he's literally a walking STD. He's a monster on earth. Like, really, he's a menace. He's a threat to society. He's a threat to all the women. He's probably real mad that he caught it from another woman, or who knows? He probably could have caught it from a man. Who knows? But he caught it somewhere, and he's willingly spreading it and giving it to other people. It's like, why not let nobody know Because if you willingly spreading the disease, these women, I don't think these women really knew that he had the disease. If they knew he had HIV and they still was with them, then that says something about them. They must have been desperate for him or something. If I would never be willing, if I knew somebody had a STD, ain't no way in the heck I'd be with them. I wouldn't give them the time of day as far as sleeping with them because that's dangerous. He's dangerous. You putting your life at risk, you putting your health at risk. But I honestly don't think that these women knew who they was getting involved with. They didn't know what kind of man he was. They didn't know how sick he was. I don't think they knew his status at all. He willingly did this, I think, out of spite. He did it probably because he thought he still could get women, and didn't care. He don't have a heart. He has a dark heart and a dark soul. So like I said, throw him a lot. If this is proven that he did do this to these women, I don't know how many women, but I know there's more than one woman, then good. He needs to, if it's proven that he needs to, the authorities need to lock him up and throw away the key. Cause he don't deserve to be free. He don't deserve to be walking out on the streets, and that bond don't deserve to be paid. Because how can you affect other people's lives with with this disease, and you don't care? You don't even care. You don't even think about other people. You thinking about your anger and yourself. Cause some have to be wrong with you in order to do this. That's why I say we got nowadays with all these different diseases and STDs going around, we got to watch who we sleep with. This is a prime example of you knowing that you got to watch. You got to be careful and you got to pay attention to who you sleeping with, who you getting involved with. Because you think that this person can be one of the nicest people you could ever meet or a very nice person, and then you give them like especially for the women, and you give that man a cupcake, you give him the cookies, you give him the box, and guess what? Your box come back affected. With any type of STD that he given to you because you didn't take the time to get to know him. You didn't question him enough. You didn't get the information that you needed to get out of him in order to make a decision. See, he put you in a situation where you didn't have a choice. Because if you're not honest and you don't tell people about your status, you're not giving them a choice. It's like you taking somebody's choice away from them, and that's not right. And that's what I feel like this man did to these women. But nowadays, you also got to make sure the man strap it up, or at least tell him, if you don't have no glove, you ain't getting no love. You ain't getting none of my goodies or my box if you don't wrap it up. If you don't strap it up, you cannot get none of this because I'm not going to do it raw. And I don't know you like that. We're not married. We're not trying to have kids. No, ladies, you got to stop giving up your box for free and giving it up without protection. You got to tell these men, if you want this, you're going to have to strap up. You're going to have to be willing to wait for me. You're going to have to earn my goodies. You can't just have it because you want it or because you got game. No, that don't work. You have to make a man earn your goodies. You have to make a man work for yours. Make him work for your love. Make him earn your love. Make him prove that he's worthy of your sex and that he deserves it. Stop giving it up just for free. You got to value your box. You got to protect your box. Because these women was unwillingly, they did not know I don't think that they knew, like I said, who they was getting involved with. They didn't know what kind of monster and what kind of person this man really is. Because something is wrong with him mentally. Something is going on with him. Because how can you just spread this disease, a life-threatening disease, without letting nobody know? You took away those women's rights. You took away their choice by not telling them. That's what I think happened. Because if any of these women knew about it and they still hooked up with him, then that's, then I don't know what to tell you. You know, I don't want to blame you, but it's like if you knew about this and you still gave it up to him, you put yourself at risk. But I really don't think that these women knew who they was getting involved with. They didn't. I don't think they did. Because if they did, I think they would have ran for the hills. They would have got scared and ran like they should have. Because you don't need to be with somebody with an STD or HIV. You don't need to be with somebody like that. That's life changing. You get that, you never gonna be able to get rid of it. You gonna be stuck with that for the rest of your life. So that's why I said women, even men, be careful who y'all sleep with. Get to know somebody before you give it up, before you sleep with them. Because life is so short, you have to value yourself. You have to value your life while you have it. And your body. Respect yourself, respect your body. Protect yourself at all times. Because it's serious, nowadays. These diseases can take people out left and right. So that's why I say, and are taking people out. So that's why I say you got to watch yourself. Be careful who you hook up with. Be careful. The best thing to do is try to get both you and that person that you want to be with, get tested together. Get tested. If y'all get into a relationship or been dating on multiple dates and y'all want to sleep with each other, get tested together. Make sure that you both clean before you just give it up. Seriously, make sure you both clean. Ladies, if you're not ready for a baby, tell him to strap it up. If he's not willing to do that, don't be with him. But if you're willing to have raw sex with him, or take a birth control pill. Take birth control, because I hear that men can take birth control, but a lot of these men are so stubborn. I don't think that they be willing to do that. But like I said, as for Ernest goes, he deserves whatever he gets, because what he did was wrong and it was disrespectful, and he degraded those women. He violated those women. He took advantage of those women. I believe. I could be wrong, but like I said, he deserved whatever he gets, because right is right and wrong is wrong. And these women should have knew and should have had a choice. If they knew what he had, and they should have had a choice, if they wanted to be with him or not. That should have been their choice, not his. He took their rights away from. He took their rights away from them. Shame on you, Ernest. But anyway, that's all I have to say. I wish, I hope and pray that the women can, can find strength, can find healing, can move on with their life, can find a way to live with this disease. It's gonna be hard to do. It's very hard. But I wish them well. I know it's a lot of people out there that do live with the disease, but don't be bitter. Don't spread it to people. Let this be a life learned lesson. To be careful who you sleep with. Be careful who you get involved with, and who you let into who you open your legs and hips to. Be careful, because one bad choice or one bad mistake can cause a lifetime full of pain. But yeah, let this be a lesson for you, and that's all I'm gonna say. But like I said, I hope you all, in earnest, screw you. Like I said, I hope that you suffer the consequences for your actions, because you deserve to be disciplined and punished for what you've done, Mr. LaCour. But Mr. L for loser. But anyway, I hope you all like, comment, subscribe, share this video if you care. And thanks for watching. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.